6. The biggest power on this earth. A glance at the long history of mankind through the ages brings out one significant fact that though throughout its course many have aspired to fulfill desires of wealth, power, and sensuality, very few succeeded in their effort. Majority of such persons belonged to the class of window shoppers who did not have the capacity to purchase. This world is full of most attractive merchandise, but it is all available for a price. Those who cannot afford to pay only watch helplessly in despair without any gains. On the other hand, there are others who are able to acquire whatever they want instantaneously or dispose of unwanted goods, earning huge profits. People keep on waiting for a windfall by change in fortunes, boons, or grace of God, but what they get in return is insignificant. Only drops of sweat can be changed into pearls, and nothing short of hard work unearths a gold mine. Courage is the minimum requirement for progress. One may acquire any amount of wealth and resources but cannot succeed in retaining or preventing them from passing hands unless one looks after their systematic management and proper utilization. The significance of power is well known, but it stays only with those who know the art of its utilization. From time to time, this world has seen construction of many engineering marvels. While admiring the great engineering projects like canals of Panama and Suez, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the Great Wall of China, relics of Angkor Wat in Cambodia, pyramids of Egypt, Taj Mahal of Agra, onlookers hardly ever think that these wonders of the world are not merely heaps of building materials, that these projects are result of efforts of many who conceptualized, planned and erected the structures. That much expertise and involvement has gone into bringing these marvels to the present shape. In short, such engineering marvels show the heights of excellence total human endeavor is capable of achieving. Wherever man attempts to contribute his total might of physical and mental strength, the result is as striking as a flash of lightning in an overcast sky. The Darwinian hypothesis regards man as descendant of apes and, therefore, according to him, one should not have any reservations in considering the human being as an evolved ape. Paleontologists are unanimous in the view that the first beings appearing on this earth were unicellular life forms like amoeba. The inherent strong power of sankalp, determination, present in them triggered the process of multidirectional evolution. Because of the power of will in forms associated with the process of evolution, morphology of various genera and species came into existence. This was the force responsible for development of specific morphological physiological characters, nature and behavioral patterns of various beings which sought appropriate environment for survival. It is said that strong power of will exerts an influence even on the inanimate elements of the world and is capable of creating a harmonious environment even in hostile surroundings. People in general are too much conscious of the level of value of money, personal appearance, education, status, social recognition, and public support. They have an insatiable craving for these things and are found running head over heels to acquire them. But amongst them, only those succeed in accomplishing something worthwhile who refuse to live in a state of stupor, inaction, indolence, procrastination, despair, and resignation to fate. Emergence of power from within is also indicated externally and finds an expression in each action performed by the person. As stated earlier, the evolutionary status and biological constitution of all living organisms is an evidence and indication of the status of Sankalp Bal, determinative power, in them, according to which they were able to assume their present form and choose their habitat and means of survival. Some invisible force has been motivating these organisms to follow their destined course of evolution according to the requirements of nature. It is this determinative power which appears in so many vigorous forms of energy in animate and inanimate objects of the world. Amongst all living beings of this world, the human being decisively has a higher status. This universe is believed to be a creation of God, but who visualized the present concept of God? There is no doubt the concept of God is the brainchild of man. Time and again, history has shown that whoever has channelized this determinative power in any field of action, extraordinary success has been achieved. Inventions like the first ignition of fire to structuring of wheel were man's initial creation, which later facilitated appearance of numerous gadgets of material advantage and transport systems. Sometimes in history, man must have sought new horizons of progress by development of agriculture, animal husbandry, textile, building and industry. Language and script must have been the most revolutionary inventions of that time. Adoption of concepts of religion, social structure and administration was undoubtedly a big achievement for those who were living in pitiable aboriginal conditions like apes at the dawn of history. With the advent of ever new scientific inventions day by day, it appeared as though man had begun to wage a war against nature to conquer it. So much so that he has now created such a huge stockpile of nuclear weapons, which is capable of exploding this very planet, which is a beautiful creation of God, with permanent extermination of all plant and animal life on it. In this way, man is playing a dual role as a competent assistant of Almighty as well as his potential competitor. This creativity of man, this energy, Shakti, is governed by his determinative power, which is also known as Chetana paucity or abundance of Chetana makes man mean or great. A higher level of Chetana makes one virtuous, Dev, whereas its depletion gives rise to devilish, Dathya, tendencies. With acquisition of divine powers, man earns the title of Siddh Purush or Dev Manav. Superman, people have been making experiments by utilizing their intelligence, talents, organizational skill, and engineering expertise. Those considered powerful in restricted or large areas of their influence have been able to achieve their present status by virtue of a variety of factors like prudent application of their intelligence, talent, organizational skill, capacity of structuring of systems and initiating changes in the existing setup. Nevertheless, it should always be remembered that the roots of all acts of creativity, efficiency, and achievements in this world lie in the life force, pranagani, of the person or the determinative power which, initially appearing as a tiny spark, grows into a towering inferno. Moral decadence of communities of people and rise and fall of civilizations are strange products of this invisible power. When England was under incessant heavy bombardment, most of its inhabitants thought and discussed about the possibilities of its imminent defeat, but even in the prevailing atmosphere of despair, there was one man who was hopeful about the invincibility of his motherland. Winston Churchill, the then Prime Minister of England, was confident that irrespective of consequences of war for allies, his country was going to be victorious. His strong self-confidence took even Stalin and Roosevelt by surprise. The three Allied powers then planned new strategies which changed the course of history by making them victorious. Like memory, delusion is also a trait of human being. Nevertheless, man cannot be excused if one becomes so much deluded as to forget one's special status in the kingdom of living beings, in which man only has been provided with special faculties of extraordinary physical and mental capabilities like magnetism of personality, ojas, efficiency of mental brilliance, tejas, and zeal for promotion of idealism, virtus. The present day man appears to have come under the hypnotic and confusing atmosphere created by some Satan, because of which he has become dazed and considers himself pitiable, weak, infirm, helpless, and unfortunate. Had man been confident of his capabilities, he would have long back climbed many peaks of success by surmounting the most difficult obstacles. There are many instances of men achieving seemingly impossible tasks by sheer power of will. Some time back, some prisoners in the difficult icy wilderness of Siberia made an attempt to escape from the prison. Showing an unbelievable courage, they reached India by traveling over 6,000 kilometers of extremely difficult terrain virtually without any food for sustenance. After this ordeal only they were able to make an honorable return to their country, Poland. Now and then we come across many schemes being planned and successfully implemented. While the role of opportunity and assistance in their success is not being denied, the basic reason has always been the strong self-confidence of the planner. Foundation of progress is always laid on self-confidence. Resources neither materialize by coincidence nor gather around a person without any reason. For acquisition of required assistance from voluntary supporters for a cause, one has to prove one's own credibility, sincerity, capability, and talents for undertaking the task. Today, a need is felt to extricate an exclusive class of humanity from the all-pervasive quagmire of self-delusion and make it rich in talents. It is required to be done on top priority, since the divine will, Devi Chetna, is awaiting emergence of some competent persons to undertake a very important mission. The Almighty is today looking for such persons of strong determination, who are prepared to work for destiny, which has already decided to remove the foul garbage from the nature and behavior of modern man, which is threatening the very existence of human race. Extraordinarily strong endeavor would, therefore, be needed for creation of the new world order, as new magnificent building complexes are required to be established after sweeping the land clear of ancient ruins. For this purpose, a class of dedicated, strong and motivated persons are needed who may like clouds perform the dual task of first quenching the thirst of extensive tracts of parched lands in summer and then provide them a beautiful green carpet of vegetation. So strong will be the newly emerged leaders who would fight difficult war against evils of poverty, disease and uneducation. Modern civilization does not face any scarcity of institutions for military training, education, health clinics and schools teaching arts and crafts. But unfortunately, in none of these institutions there exists an arrangement for bringing out and refining total talents of an individual. There is only one lacuna in achieving this objective. The determinative force is finding it difficult to come out of the inner self of man and find expression in constructive activities. Man has almost forgotten the ways and means which provided one access to that dark unknown chamber of the inner self, where one could activate one's dormant chetna, bioenergy, and make it strong. This is the biggest bane of modern civilization. Mankind would continue to have large developments in many fields, but without overcoming the above obstacle, it will never be able to produce such extraordinarily talented persons who would exhibit exceptional brilliance and courage by resisting injustice and irregularities in the society and appreciating its great needs contribute their might for establishing a new world order. The process of locating such super persons, such organized, responsible, and talented persons is soon going to be completed.